Good evening. The truck driver who smashed into a bus carrying a college softball players from North Texas, told investigators he was distracted before the crash.
But investigators say it's too early to know if distracted driving caused the crash or if there were other factors. The accident Friday night in Oklahoma killed 4 young women. Phil Alvarado is first tonight on Fox 26 in Gainesville at the college those students attended. Phil.
Heather, federal accident investigators said late this afternoon they need to know more about what was going on with that truck driver when he crossed into other lanes. And one of the things that they say they're going to do is they're going to subpoena that truck driver's medical records. The college says they can't talk about the accident right now. Their main concern is the healing of their students. And this is part of it, a memorial that has grown up in front of the administration building. It's the first day of classes since the accident. Members of that softball team have not returned. The crumpled cab of an 18-wheeler that hit a bus carrying a women's softball team is a sharp contrast to a memorial at North Central Texas College, remembering the 4 teammates who were killed in the crash.
It's an eerie feeling.
The NTSB says the 18-wheeler did not make a corner on Interstate 35 going across to the other lanes and crashed into the bus near Davis, Oklahoma.
May have happened because of vehicle factors, so we're looking at the vehicle. It could have happened because of driver factors, so we want to look at the driver factors to see if there were any impairment whatsoever or any reasons that the driver may not have made that turn. And finally, environmental factors.
The crash killed 19-year-old Megan Richardson, 20-year-old Brooke Deckard, 20-year-old Jaden Pelton, and 18-year-old Caitlin Woodley. NCTC President Brent Wallace says the college can't comment on the accident investigation. The goal, he says, is to take care of physical and emotional healing.
A feeling of numbness, a feeling of just surreal somewhat, where we're not able to really put any better word to it than we're just trying to get back to some semblance of normal while still meeting the needs of these students, especially as the softball girls maybe begin to return in the next week.
From her hospital bed, 18-year-old Bailey Buchanan remains in good spirits in the hospital where she's recovering alongside 19-year-old Rachel Hitt. 15 players were on the bus. Their coach was driving. At least 2 other players returned with their family members.
It really hurts, kind of. It just feels like we've lost part of the school.
The baseball field is empty and still. The flags fly at half-staff. Someone has left a note honoring the teammates who were lost and their team. It's a loss felt by everyone at this community college in Gainesville.
Even if you may not have known the young ladies individually, there are folks that knew their faces and saw them in the hallway and spoke to them and worked with them.
Now, we did try and contact Coach Van Hendrick, but you can understand he is still very emotionally distraught by all of this. And the school says that he's also concerned with not only taking care of his injuries, but the injuries of the teammates, most of which have been released from the hospital. But still, Steve, a lot of recovery still to go ahead.
Understandable. All right, Phil, I want to ask, based on your reporting, it sounds as if the speed of the truck may have been a factor as far as driver control, but then investigators don't think the driver was breaking the speed limit. Is that true? Wasn't breaking the speed limit?
That's right. The NTSB said today that the driver was going the posted speed limit of 70 miles per hour, but that there was no braking once he left the roadway. They know that he didn't negotiate that curve, but you know, he has told investigators that apparently there was some kind of distraction in the cab, which investigators are not talking about. But at the same time, investigators say they're not sure that that is what happened, and they say they're very interested in talking to the driver in person, but they've got to go through his attorneys.
Okay. All right, we'll see where this goes. Phil Alvarado, thanks.